Hey everyone, it's August, and we're here with another video for Prime Gaming. This month a lot of games come out, but of course there was one game that was made by Devolver Digital, so of course I had to cover it. If you know and watch this channel long enough, that's one of my favorite publishers. So we'll get into this. And the game we'll be talking about today is Loop Hero. It came out in 2021, received a Metacritic score of 82 for PC. You're looking about 30 hours just to beat the main game, and there's some extra stuff you can do. And overall, this game was about $15 still, so a decent deal for getting it for free. The story here, I won't read the official one, I'll just translate it to my view, was kind of like you had this wizard that kind of destroyed the world as we knew it, so everything didn't exist, and you're this hero trying to figure out what happened. You don't even know who you are, but you are in this land where it's just a path and nothing around, and you're just trying to figure out how to get out of this. Graphics wise, this is a very retro inspired game, even through the different levels of generations of retro. The main game here, as you can see, is the path that's a loop, hence the name Loop Hero. Looks very Atari-ish, but then your cutscenes looks like they came from like Super Nintendo era, and then there's some Nintendo stuff mixed in. So around those areas, you have a wide range of different graphics, and they're done really well. I'm not too big of a fan of the whole main game looking kind of like an old school Atari, but it works. Like, it didn't bother me, but I did like the cutscenes and the other effects around. Gameplay-wise is very interesting. This isn't a game you kind of control your character. The character just walks. You can pause the game to like strategize and then continue. And in battles, you don't do anything. So, weirdly enough, the game is focused around kind of management. When you eliminate some bad guys, they'll drop some loot, and you can equip it to better increase your character, kind of a normal RPG style here. And you also get cards, and these cards are very helpful. You can add terrain, which gives you effects to your character. You can add spawn points for enemies to get more enemies out on the field to level up and get more loot. And that is your mechanic of the game. At first, it's a little interesting to see this game and how it works, but it plays really smooth. And the later you get in the game, you have a lot more mechanics and things to leverage. And you also have what I would call a home base. So this is a roguelike game. You just go back into the world. It's procedurally generated. And you just play through, collect resources, go back to your camp, improve it, and then go back out. So it's a constant loop, like Loop Hero's name. But when you go back to base, you can build new items and buildings in order to improve your character. So this whole time you're building that. And that's where the story starts to really develop. Is there's people that find your camp. They have no clue how they got there. They don't even know their names like your character. And it starts piecing together. So overall, this game was really good. I enjoyed it. A lot of interesting mechanics here, surprisingly, in this very little simple game. I enjoyed collecting stuff and improving your base and everything along those lines. So I would highly recommend you try this game. I know the main screen, the Atari graphics are very off-putting just looking at a video. But when you get into the strategy part and get the cards and figuring out how to lay out the level you're in and where to spawn bad guys, and it becomes a challenge. And I enjoyed this game a lot. Again, Devolver Digital, it's rare I dislike a game there. There's some I don't like too much, but most of the games they publish have a very good concept. But overall, check this out. This is one of the games you might miss over with the pictures and wanted to cover it, and I'll see y'all next month. Peace.